Caitlin Clark didn't need a speech, a headline, or a long explanation to silence the noise. She needed one moment, one shot. And when it happened, everything changed instantly. The doubts disappeared, the questions stopped, and the entire gym felt it all at once. That single shot said more than months of interviews ever could. Before Team USA training camp even began, Sue Bird made a statement that turned heads. She said Caitlin Clark was not easing her way back, not close to healthy, not almost ready. She said Caitlin Clark was 100% healthy. No qualifiers. No caution. And when Sue Bird speaks, people listen. She doesn't exaggerate, and she doesn't sell stories. She tells the truth as she sees it. What followed proved that her words were not hype. They were a warning. Clark walked into that gym carrying the weight of the most frustrating season of her career. She played only 13 games across an entire WNBA season. 13. That number alone tells the story. Her injury list read like something pulled from a medical journal. Left quad, left groin, left ankle. One issue after another. For a player who shattered 62 records as a rookie, being forced to sit and watch was mental torture. She wasn't just missing games. She was missing the thing that defined her. While the world debated her future, Caitlin worked in silence. There were no cameras filming her rehab sessions. No highlight clips from physical therapy. No viral videos of recovery drills. Just day after day of rebuilding her body and sharpening her mind. During that time, whispers started spreading. Could she come back the same? Did the league adjust to her style? Was her body breaking down under the pressure? Those questions grew louder because she wasn't there to answer them. Then came the press conference before camp. Caitlin sat down calmly and looked straight into the cameras. She didn't dodge anything. She didn't soften her words. She said she was finally feeling 100% healthy. No hesitation. No uncertainty. Then she added something that made reporters lean forward. She admitted she needed to shake off rust and rebuild her conditioning. That honesty mattered. It showed confidence without denial. She knew exactly where she stood and exactly where she was headed. That level of self-awareness separates real leaders from people just chasing headlines. One reporter asked about doubt, about fear, about that quiet moment when an injured athlete wonders if they still have it. Caitlin's answer was simple and powerful. She said the moment she touched the basketball during warm-ups, before practice even started, she felt comfortable again. Not during a big play. Not under pressure. Just holding the ball. Muscle memory took over. Everything returned naturally. That's when you know something never left. It was just waiting. She talked openly about the grind of recovery, the rehab, the conditioning, the effort nobody sees. She didn't frame this as a comeback story. She framed it as growth. She wasn't aiming to return as the same player. She wanted to come back stronger, smarter, and more complete. That fire everyone recognized from her rookie season never disappeared. It just went quiet, waiting for the right moment to burn again. Being injured taught her things she never experienced before. She described it as isolating. Sitting on the bench showed her what teammates go through when they're hurt. It taught her patience and empathy. But the most telling thing she said was this. She would have accepted 10 bad games in a row just to be on the court again. That statement should scare every defender in the league. That isn't someone who lost passion. That's someone who came back hungry. Then the scrimmages started. When Caitlin stepped onto the court, the energy shifted. Coaches watched closely. Teammates studied every movement. The pressure was heavy. Would she look tentative? Would her conditioning show? Would the injuries leave a mark? She began calmly. Smart passes. Solid defense. No forcing plays. Some people started wondering if the return might take time. Then it happened. Caitlin caught the ball near half court. 2 dribbles. No hesitation. She rose from the logo, the exact spot that made her a household name. The mechanics were clean. The release was smooth. The ball spun perfectly through the air. Swish. Nothing but net. The gym exploded. Players jumped off the bench. Coaches clapped. That familiar sound of her shot hitting the bottom of the net sent chills through everyone watching. In one moment, months of doubt vanished. One shot erased everything. That wasn't just a basket. It was an announcement. Caitlin Clark was back, and she wasn't easing into anything. Sue Bird watched from the sideline with a quiet smile. She nodded like someone who expected nothing less. Legends recognize greatness when they see it. That shot confirmed what Bird already knew. Caitlin never lost it. And she didn't stop there. She followed the logo 3 with precise passes, setting teammates up perfectly. Her court vision looked sharper. On defense, she anticipated plays and disrupted passing lanes. The hesitation was gone. The pace of practice increased. Her energy spread quickly. Players moved with more urgency. The entire gym felt different. Even when she missed shots during drills, she stayed locked in. No sulking. No frustration. Just quiet intensity. That competitive edge that made her must-watch television burned as bright as ever. She reconnected with Cameron Brink during camp, a reminder of chemistry built years earlier. Everything felt natural again. That logo 3 became the defining moment of camp. It showed physical readiness, mental clarity, and emotional confidence. Team USA didn't just find a healthy player. They found their leader. After practice, Sue Bird and head coach Cheryl Reeves spoke animatedly on the sideline. Smiles everywhere. They had seen enough. Building a new Team USA identity around younger talent, while keeping championship standards, isn't easy. They needed someone who could carry that responsibility into 2026 and 2028. Veterans were competing. Established stars expected roles. Still, the decision came quickly. Caitlin Clark would start at point guard. That announcement surprised people across the basketball world. Some questioned how someone who missed most of the season could step into such a role immediately. The coaching staff didn't hesitate. They knew what they saw. Sue Bird publicly praised Caitlin's leadership. Even while injured, she traveled with her team. She stayed engaged. She supported teammates. That matters. That's leadership beyond stats. Cheryl Reeves highlighted Caitlin's basketball IQ and her ability to elevate others. She fit seamlessly with players like Jackie Young. She made everyone better. Behind the scenes, her work ethic during recovery stood out long before camp began. She stayed connected. She checked on teammates. She showed character when things were hardest. That's when true leadership shows itself. Caitlin spoke about representing her country with pure appreciation. Wearing the USA jersey meant everything to her. That respect showed in every drill. When the starting lineup was announced, it sent a clear message. Caitlin Clark wasn't just back. She was the future of the program. While Caitlin handled the moment with humility, the response from Angel Reese created a very different conversation. Reese made the team, but she was placed in a bench role. Reports suggested she wasn't happy about it. Complaints about playing time and role definition began surfacing. That created tension coaches didn't want. As camp continued, the contrast between the two players became impossible to ignore. Caitlin focused on team success. Reese appeared focused on personal status. Teammates noticed. Coaches noticed. Leadership isn't about demanding a role. It's about earning one. Here's the hard truth. Angel Reese brings value as a rebounder and defender. That's her role at this level. International competition demands maturity and selflessness. That response to a bench role raised questions about readiness for that responsibility. Caitlin earned her position through effort, attitude, and impact. Others struggled to accept roles based on performance, not reputation. The difference between earned respect and entitlement was clear. There's another truth people avoid saying. Caitlin Clark should have been on the 2024 Olympic team, not just for skill but for the attention she brings. That snub may have been a blessing. Now she returns with something to prove. Her comeback isn't just about health. It's about leadership, growth, and timing. That logo 3 wasn't just a shot. It was a statement. The moment Caitlin Clark announced her return didn't happen at a podium. It happened from deep range with confidence and with leadership that can't be faked. The next chapter is coming fast. And when it arrives, the entire basketball world will remember where it started. So here's the real question. Did we just witness the beginning of a new era for Team USA? And is Caitlin Clark about to dominate the next Olympic cycle? Drop your thoughts. Because this story is far from finished.